September 5th, 2025. I'm looking at the Snake River. At this point, that's basically southish, although the Snake River is a very winding river, so at any point you look at it, it might be going west. Eventually, downstream, that's downstream, it'll rejoin the Columbia River and go out to Portland, Oregon. This is the Shoshone Falls. This time of year, it's a fairly mild-looking falls. This entire area that's all dry right now would be flooded with water, splashing in white, very rapid and dramatic. I'm told that you can be heard from miles away, this sound of splashing water all over these rocks and down below. And up above those plateaus, that's about 3,500 feet to the top, 2,900 feet down there to the bottom of that water. In the falls, it's about 185 feet falling. And the power plant here, that's the hydroelectric. There's a dam over here that's about 185 feet wide. And the plant down there produces 12.5 megawatt max capacity. I don't think they're at max right now because of the low water. Upstream here, about 2 miles, is Twin Falls, Idaho. And there they divert a lot of the water for irrigation across the whole state. And in 1911 or so, when they first started doing it, they basically transformed Idaho into a vast farm and cropland, made it much more valuable. Otherwise, it would be a desert. Not a whole lot of natural water in Idaho other than the Snake River that winds through, eventually goes out to Columbia, like I said. And we just drove from the west coming to this point, and we passed the bend, the Farewell Bend, one of the bends that is one of the more western ones that the Oregon Trail crosses. And that would be the last water you would get if you were an early frontiersman crossing the west. You would get some water from the Snake River, and that would be your last water until you made it all the way into basically the McKenzie Valley of Oregon to get more water. There is other water. The Alkaline Creek, I think, is one place that's infamous because it's alkali. And people would feed their horses and drink that water and get really sick or die on the Oregon Trail. So that's why trail guides were important back then, to tell you not to use that water. Get it from Farewell Bend on the Snake River, where the water's still good. Quite beautiful, dramatic cliffs. This is also an area of early volcanic activity. Maybe 10 million years ago, the hot spot that's now the Yellowstone National Park was under here. Yellowstone is a volcanic cauldron above a hot spot that's currently there, but the plate had been moving, and over the millions of years, that hot spot used to be right around here and filled this area up with a lot of volcanic material. Big flows of lava were flowing here 10 million years ago, so no humans were back here back then, of course. I don't even think mammals existed 10 million years ago. Maybe it was just dinosaurs. And created these crusts on the top. They're very hard to erode. Basalts and other features that don't erode as well as other soils. So that's why driving through Idaho we see these buttes, or small little elevated islands, all about the same level. And here you can kind of see the phenomenon too. It's all pretty flat, except for one trench of a river. And that's because the volcanic flows from 10 million years ago created those hard crusts that don't erode. So they have a pretty good park here, Shoshone Falls Park, where we've got a nice path and safety rails built, restrooms. Pretty good deal for $5 per car to drive down here and take a look at this. It's only maybe a 5-mile drive from Twin Falls, Idaho. And they've got some boards here explaining things. Got a little spot down here to take a closer look. Guess we could walk down there. So there's the dam going across. And the hydroelectric's down there near the water surface.
Here you go. Give me that.
Pretty nice set of stairs to go down here. Pretty sheer walls to this whole canyon.
Just like 2 seconds, okay? Kelly!
That's where everybody's trying to do their photos. Yeah, what a nice platform they built for us to see here. There's the Shoshone Falls, up close as I can get. Some grass between the cracks of the rocks. And these dry areas have kind of a yellowish tint to them, probably from the minerals. Yeah, the lines from the turbines go up the hill there, up to the top, carry power over to the other side. Up in the distance there's a nice footbridge going across to the dam. I don't know if people can get to that. I don't think I'm going to try today. Look at that. Got a good breeze in here. It's against the current. It's right in my face right now. I'm looking downstream to the south. And the wind's blowing north. Good time of year to visit here, September 5th. Definitely can't hike down here. There's no way to get down. Also got a pretty nice footpath down here. No stairs required for this part. And it looks like they're using some of the Snake River water to irrigate the grounds around here, nice and green. The rest of Idaho is tan colored. Unless you artificially irrigate, it's dry around here. This is just a dry part of the world. Yeah, and you can see a nice observation deck here. Maybe a little closer to the falls. We can hear some of the sound, but I'm told the sound is much greater during the wet season. And that's the platform I was just on earlier. Yeah, pretty neat how the rocks have been eroded and they're all crackled up on this plateau that's rumbling with water in the wet season. All of this area that I'm in right now would be full of turbulent water rushing over those boulders and ultimately falling down to my left into the river below. So we're driving out of here and we gotta make this switch back, get kind of to the top of the plateau. Shoshone's over